What's going on YouTube? In this video I've come drop shot fishing with this wonderful new rod I've bought, and I'm going to put a big worm on and go just over there. My aim in this video is no little fish at all, although I'm probably going to get some anyway. But big perch is what I'm going for. Let's waste no time. I'm going to put a big worm on this and get casted out. I've had a beautiful cast right over to the other side. The big weight I've put on has weighed it right down to the bottom. I put quite a decent sized worm on, so hopefully a big perch will see that soon and attack it. I'll be able to tell when I've got bites because this rod is really thin and flimsy at the end, and it's got this white like thing on, so you can see when the bites are here. And of course, what would the video be if I didn't even bring my pole with me? So I've brought the pole with me, and I'm going to be fishing on maggots with this, so just in case I blank on the drop shot, at least I'll catch something for you guys on this. Both of the rods are now in the water. Let's see what we can whip out in this session. I'm having some bites on this rod. I'm being took on a little ride and I lift it up and there's absolutely nothing. The pole here has been in about 30 seconds and it's got a fish on. It's a gudgeon, of course. First catch of the video is this little tiny thing. Let's get him back in, let him swim off. I don't want to be catching any more of them. I didn't even know I had this one on. I just lifted up the pole and it happened to be there. Let me show you what I've done here. I've recasted the drop shot rod over into that little crevice gap over there. Hopefully that's a perch location. But what I've done with the rod, I've positioned it on like a little hilly area, so the rod's pointing upwards, so I can definitely tell when I've got a bite now. I'll tell you what, I might just take out the pole in a second because all I'm getting is gudgeon bites, nothing major, just gudgeon. So I might just de-rig the pole and put it back away. Then I've got a lot more chance of catching on the drop shot. I'll reel the drop shot in now and show you guys how I've rigged it up. So you guys can see I've left this bit of tag line and put this weight on so it weighs it down, and then I put a drop shot hook on, and as you can see I've got a pretty big worm on. I'm not sure if I should have hooked it like that, but it'll slip off otherwise, so I might as well. A fish see it and it'll still bite it anyway. And then I tied some pretty see-through fluorocarbon to the braided line here, and that setup should get me a nice perch. I'm going to allow myself to catch one more fish on this pole here, just one, and if it's not a gudgeon, if it is a gudgeon, sorry, then I'll pack it away. I'm going to do a cast out on the camera, just so you guys get a feel of how I'm doing it. I'll just release the slack a little bit, and then I'll do this, and I'll probably do an underarm cast, so ready, over to the other side it goes. And that was it. Oh, perfect. I redeemed it. Please leave some advice in the comments if I'm doing anything wrong, because this is my first time drop shot fishing with a worm on, so I'm not sure if I should be moving around like I should with a pole. Speaking of the pole, I've got a fish on. Ready? Okay, I've lost it. To maximise my chances of catching on the drop shot, I'll just grab a few maggots in my hand and throw them perfect right over there where I've cast it. I'll do the same here where my float is as well, see if I can lure some other fish's attention. This must be a sign. I've caught a bream as my next fish, so I'll leave the pole out for a bit longer. Here we go then, the third fish caught on the pole. Get that thing back in. I do not like catching bream, they're so slimy and horrible, but oh well. I'm getting some action on the drop shot rod. This is about to get exciting. I've just had some major takes on this drop shot rod. The end of the rod was going crazy, but the fish just didn't attach itself to the hook. I've casted back exactly where I was. Hopefully I can catch this monster perch. I say monster perch, it probably wasn't a monster perch, but I'm going to get a monster perch. By the way, I have packed away the pole now. So now that I'm just purely fishing on the drop shot rod, I think I'm just going to move about and cast all of this area and put you on my chest mount, and I'll take you on the adventure. I'm having action on the drop shot. The lines at the end is moving back and forth and twitching loads. So I'm just going to lift it up really gently and reel it in so it's tight to see if it's still, yeah, it's still at it. It's still at it, having the bites. I'm going to wait until it actually goes though. It's going, and here we go. Oh, for God's sake, it's a snag. What on earth have I caught here? There's like some big bag. Typical fishing from me. I've got on a snag and it's snapped off the weight. I'm not even sure what it was, but the bag there's still floating. I don't want to touch it because whatever's inside does not look too appetising to touch. It's snapped off the weight, so I'm going to attempt to tie this back on, but if I can't, then I might have to end the video. I doubt I will though. I'm going to try my hardest. This is only temporary for the rest of this video, but the drop shot weight is right below the hook now because I couldn't fathom out again how to tie the tag line back on, so I've just put that there and it'll do the trick still. There's about 10 minutes until sunset as well, so Not too long left to catch this monster perch I'm on about, but I'll get casted back out. Wish me luck. It's not seeming very promising in this video. The sun's setting rapidly now. As you can probably tell on camera, it's got a bit darker. I can definitely tell in real life anyway. But I'm gonna keep casting until it's dark because I really want to catch one. I'm now out pretty much underneath the bridge. Now I know a lot of fish like to hang around under bridges, so if I don't get one here, I don't think I'll get one at all. It's really hard to fish with at the moment because all these leaves floating on the top of the water, when I put the rod down, they're like making me think I've got bites. So from now on, I'm just going to hold the rod. That way I'll know I've got a real bite. I knew I was getting bites, I just didn't strike. The worm's been took. I knew I was getting bites as well. Oh my god. Slight issue, I don't have another worm. Sadly, I don't think I'm going to get one in this video. I mean, I had 2 lovely gudgeon and a nice little bream, but that's not what I came for. I'm quite disappointed that I missed that fish. Aside from that though, I'm definitely going to be giving drop shot fishing another go. At the end of the day, I've got all the gear now, so I'll need to learn a bit more obviously, but then I can come back and do some more fishing with it. Here's a little perspective of how sensitive the rod is. It bends like loads and really nicely as well. Like I've just hooked that on there and it's like really nicely. Unfortunately guys though, I'm going to have to wrap the video up here. I hope you enjoyed though. It was a nice little evening sort of session on the drop shot rod. I had some action on the pole, not much on the drop shot. If you all want to see more videos on the drop shot fishing, make sure to smash the like button. Subscribe whilst you're down there liking the video as well, and then turn on the post notifications so you're never missing another one of my videos. I've got some bangers lined up as well for you guys, so you don't want to miss them. But with that all said now guys, I'll see you all back here in the next video. Peace for now. Thank you all very much for watching that video. Hope you all enjoyed it, but before you go, I'm just going to give you an update on my fish again. In my last update I said that the fish looking identical to this one had died, but turns out it hasn't. It was just hiding around the back for a few days. Must have been hibernating or something. I don't know if cichlids do that, but he's still alive, and all the other fish are. Everything's doing amazing. I'll pop a pinch of this in now and watch him go crazy. That's all in, and as you can see, everything's coming out now. Nothing's really shy in this tank. All the imbunas and the Lake Malawi cichlids, they're all out. And even the cribbences come out. The cribbences get along quite well with these as well. The ruby shark pretty much just sits at the back there all day long, just sucking on the glass and all the algae and stuff. Here's one of the cribbences, the little female. The male's more shy. He sits at the back down here usually. I say that, he's not there. He's really camera shy, like he never comes out, but the second I put the camera down, he'll come out. The male cribbences, he's just come out and he's gone straight back in. I told you he's camera shy. I think it's just whenever I try to get new fish for this tank, the albino imbuna, he's very aggressive, but after a few weeks they all settle down, and as you can see they're all getting along. The new peacock one's loving life in here as well. I think the little lavender one's my favourite. He just darts about and he's got these lovely colours as well. So yeah, for those of you who are interested, the cichlid tank's doing amazing. The fish that I thought was dead is now back alive, if he died anyway. And the cribbences have settled in, everything's settled in nicely basically. They're all getting along now. But yeah, thanks all for watching, and I'll see you all right back here in the next video. Peace.